Story we've been talking a lot about. Creepy clown sightings around the country, and now a new clown has surfaced.
And my brother said he just saw a clown somewhere in my apartment, but I really don't believe him.
Creepy clowns staring at a local family as they eat dinner in their home. Just the latest in a rash of sightings from the South Bay.
Look! He's right there! Go!
Now to the creepy clown sighting in Largo. Today, the Now's Nicole Grigg tracked down the mother of the teenage girl who claims she was chased by someone in a clown costume. Something being reported in several cities across the country right now. Now local law enforcement, they're emphasizing there is nothing to laugh about.
Hello viewers, welcome to the 2021 Halloween special. Hope you all have your costumes ready for a very spooky night. Dressing up as a clown isn't just a scary tradition for Halloween, however. Back in 2016, the US and UK were struck by the Great Clown Panic. At the beginning of August in Green Bay, Wisconsin, a creepy clown was spotted standing in the street holding black balloons. But what was the real reasoning behind the first sighting? Some thought it might have been an ad campaign for the up-and-coming remake of Stephen King's It, which wasn't far from the truth. In fact, it was an ad campaign for a short film called Gags by local creative Adam Krause. Unfortunately, this sparked a viral phenomenon that quickly turned sinister. Rumours started to flow that a teenager was murdered by a person wearing a clown mask in Pennsylvania. It later transpired that it was in fact the victim that was wearing the mask. October 2016, in Varberg, Sweden. A clown stabbed a teenage boy, thankfully only leaving minor injuries only days after a woman in central Sweden received death threats from two men dressed in clown costumes. Newcastle, England, and police were inundated with reports of clowns jumping out of bushes to scare children. Arrests were made as officers found knives and weapons on the would-be attackers. Fear spread far and wide, so much that childline counsellors had received hundreds of calls from children scared to leave their own homes. Similar stories were told all over the UK, including Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield and some parts of Wales. But why are we so scared of clowns? This is obviously not paranormal activity. Clowns are in fact viewed in a very positive light up until the 70s. What changed? The fear of clowns is called coulrophobia, and usually triggered by some event in the victim's past. It can be intense and debilitating. Even the thought of carnivals or circuses bring on episodes of panic and stress. In popular culture, the most famous clown of all, Pennywise, isn't actually a clown at all. In fact, it's a billion-year-old shape-shifting creature who originated in the Macroverse. In Stephen King's universe, Pennywise's species are called deadlights. It is thought that this true physical form to Earthlings that can barely comprehend a creature from beyond our own universe at least, is a giant female spider. It was shapeshift into many things, human or non-human, using its appearance to manipulate people and feed on their fear. However, the most common form is that of the circus performer named Pennywise the Dancing Clown, who loved to feed on humans, generally preferring children over adults, as they were easier to scare and lure into the trap. According to Pennywise, frightened flesh tastes better, and he uses fear to salt the meat. In the novel, it calls itself by the name Robert Bob Gray. This may be a reference to real-life cannibal Albert Fish, who reportedly used the name Robert Gray as an alias. He may also get his first name from Robert Bob Bell, the man behind the famous Bozo the Clown. Those of you familiar with the series American Horror Story will also know Twisty the Clown. Twisty joined the Rusty Westchester's Travelling Carnival in 1943. His colleagues in the freak show knew something was different about Twisty. His heart was in the right place. He wanted to make people laugh, but Twisty suffered head trauma as a small child, affecting his cognitive behaviour. A rumour was started alleging that Twisty could not be trusted with children. He lost his job and returned to his hometown of Jupiter to find his alcoholic mother dead. With the false rumours ruining all chances of finding work, he tried to make ends meet by selling off his circus tricks, but no one was interested. He sank into a pit of despair and depression, leading to his botched attempt to take his own life with a shotgun. Twisty only managed to blow off the lower jaw and survived the ordeal. To hide his hideous injury, he made his own smiling mask, and set it upon himself to continue making children happy by taking children away from their abusive parents, where he'd be under Twisty's own unusual disturbing care. But Pennywise and Twisty are fictional. This doesn't explain the visceral fear humans now have towards clowns. Unfortunately, this is where our story takes a very disturbing turn. During the 1970s in Chicago, USA, John Wayne Gacy, or should we say Pogo the Clown, would shake the country with his actions. Gacy in his earlier life was involved in politics and later managed a chain of fast food restaurants. Already having a criminal record for abuse, in 1975 he joined the Jolly Clown Club, where he created his two characters, Pogo and Patches the Clown. Pogo was the happy, fun-loving version of his performance, and was brought out for various charity events and functions. Patches was more serious, and was even used at political events in the community. After his work, Gacy would remain in costume and would be seen drinking at the local bar. In 1977, a young man went to the Chicago Police Department accusing Gacy of abuse. This wasn't the first time, however, but police took no action. In 1978, another report was made, and at this point it could not be ignored any longer. His public charity work and happy clown persona would not save him this time. Chicago police finally investigated his home and a ring of a missing boy was found. A witness came forward and claimed that Gacy admitted to killing up to 30 people in the 1970s. Gacy was arrested in December 1978 and pleaded insanity in the hopes of avoiding a lengthy prison sentence, or worse. This plea was rejected. Gacy claimed that an alternate personality committed the crimes. However, he was eventually found guilty of murdering 33 people, some who he hid under the floor space in his own home. The judge granted him 12 death penalty sentences and 21 natural life sentences. During his time in prison, Gacy, or now as he is known all over the world as a killer clown, studied art, and his work went on sale in the UK for £4,000. In May 1994, John Wayne Gacy was executed via lethal injection. In the eyes of the law, justice was served. However, for the families affected by his crimes, nothing will ever fill the void left behind by his actions.